evening to all of you. How are you all doing? Hello and a very good evening to all of you. How are you all doing? कैसे हो आप सारे लोग? Rajinder, Pooja, Suhavna, uh, great to see you. I wasn't live yesterday, but yes, today I am here again to discuss certain facts of English language and we'll try to develop the language together. You help me, I help you. That is what I believe in. That is what I believe in. Okay, so I'll just wait for another 30, 40 seconds, right? So that other people can join in. But before that, those who have already joined in, please send me some cue that if I am audible and visible both. If I am audible and visible both. Good evening, Priya. Good evening, Priyanka, Ruchi Punia. Very good evening. Anita, hello. Shiv, hello. Reena Chaudhary. Reena, today also I have a topic which you wanted me to do. Okay. Kavita, hi Kavita, how are you? So here we are. My mobile gives me that I'm live on, gives me the notification that SKD University has made the session live. So yes, thank you so much. Hi Mansi, hi, thank you Ruchi, thank you Reena for confirming that. Harpinder, namaste, how are you? Now, the topic that we are going to discuss today, hello Priya, the topic that we are going to discuss today is a very, very important area of English language learning, grammar, and it is also very important when it comes to narrate something. So this is something related to narration from direct speech to indirect speech, right? So this is one thing which many of you have wanted me to do. So I thought I'll do it today itself. Rupali Purkaistha, Paras Pathak, Vanita, Deepman, सारे लोगों को नमस्ते. Hello, how are you? So here we go. This is Parmita Dhar from Kolkata, streaming live on the Facebook page of SKD University, Hanumangarh, for yet another session of spoken English, soft skills, communication development, and personality development, right? So we go with our very easy, common, but important topic for today. That is what? That is direct speech and indirect speech, and I'll be sharing my PPT with you. Okay. Ram said that tomorrow he might not go to school. Ram said that tomorrow he might not go to school. राम ने कहा है कि कल वो शायद स्कूल न जाए. Ram said that tomorrow he might not go to school. What kind of a speech is it? What kind of a sentence is it? Can anybody please tell me? Can anybody please tell me if I stop sharing? Please listen to my sentence carefully and tell me. Ram said that he will not go to the school tomorrow. What kind of a sentence is it? Is it a direct speech sentence or it is an indirect speech sentence? Hi Anand, indirect. Absolutely. Absolutely, Reena. Thank you so much. Thank you for giving it to me immediately. Now, I will not take your class if you are not regular. So Parmita Dhar, comma, colon, inverted comma starts. I will not take your class. Yes, Himant, you're right. If you do not attend the class regularly, inverted close, full stop. That is direct. Yes, Reena Chaudhary. Thank you. Thank you, Reena. I really, really admire your way of learning because, मैम कल आपने हमारी क्लास क्यों नहीं लगाई? बेटा जी, मैंने कल आपका क्लास इसलिए नहीं लगाया कि मेरा कुछ काम था. कभी कभी तो छुट्टी भी लेना पड़ता है ना हरपिंदर. So I had some work yesterday, so that's why I could not take your class. Okay, so did you miss me yesterday? Tell me. Let me know if you had missed me or not. Okay, okay. Good evening, Isaf. Okay. So, so this is this is a direct sentence. Now let us understand how do we uh, actually go about direct and indirect sentences. Mansi Chabra, yes ma'am. Okay, Mansi. Anand, okay, okay. Thank you, Anand Soni. मोनिका इज ऑल्सो सेइंग यस. अरे अब क्या बोले हम, मैम ने पूछ डाला तो यस तो बोलना ही होगा, है ना. So direct and indirect speech, there are two ways of reporting what somebody says. One is direct speech and the other is indirect speech. So when it is reporting, it is always indirect speech. क्योंकि मैंने कुछ कहा, आप उसको जाके किसी और को बता रहे हो, किसी और को बोल रहे हो, that is always an indirect speech. One place or one example of indirect speech where we always get indirect speech is a newspaper. Newspaper never writes in direct speech. Newspaper mostly, maybe there would be one or two exceptions, but they mostly write in indirect speech, right? So you got to keep that in mind. Okay. Now, direct speech is, what is direct speech? In which we use the speaker's own words. So within inverted comma, we use the speaker's own words. For example, can you give me an example? Example is, say Kavita from SKD University said, comma, inverted starts, tomorrow there will be a program for the Independence Day. Tomorrow there will be a program for the Independence Day, inverted closed, right? That is what? That is an example of direct speech. Now, if we have to make it indirect, what will we have to do then? We have to write it in indirect speech as if the event has already taken place, isn't it? Say, for example, Kavita informed the students of SKT University that tomorrow there will be a program on the upcoming Independence Day. So, मैं उसको अपने हिसाब से जब बोलती हूँ किसी के स्पीच को, किसी के डायलॉग को जब मैं अपने हिसाब से बोलती हूँ, that becomes an indirect speech. Am I clear to all of you? Yes, thank you so much. So many examples coming in from your end. So Manish Swami Rai Singh Pura, subscribe to my channel, please. Please excuse yourself from this kind of a comment in this particular session, because this is an academic session and we are here to learn from each other. Please, anything that you have in personal, your channel or anything, you please keep it to yourself and do it in your personal chat box, right? Hello, Dr. Archana Tanwar. It's great to have you here in the session today. Hi, Alisa. Himanshi, hello. Varun, hi. So here comes. Jia says she will go tomorrow. So this is an indirect sentence, direct sentence which Rina has written. How do we make it indirect? How do we make it indirect, Rina? Then Poonam Bharadwaj has written something. Let me read. Kavi said, what is this, man? Right, right. That is also a direct sentence. Then Jia says she will go tomorrow for the shopping. No, your idea is absolutely correct, Rina. But there is a problem in the framing of the sentence. It is saying Jia said that she would go for shopping tomorrow. Right? Jia said that she would go for the shopping. Tomorrow का क्या हो जाएगा? What will be tomorrow? Tomorrow will be next day. Tomorrow will be next day. Right? Okay, very good, very good. This participation is very, very important when we are doing a live session on the Facebook Live page of SKD University Hanumangarh. Please do tell your friends and relatives and cousins and sisters and brothers and everyone that this is a kind of a session that happens every day from 5 to 6, and if they attend it, it will benefit them. It will be very, very beneficial for them, and it is absolutely free of cost. Okay. Now the next one, indirect speech. In indirect speech, sometimes called reported speech, we do not use the exact words of the speaker. Instead, we report what was said. जो हो गया है, घटना जो घट गया है, उसको हम लोग रिपोर्ट करते हैं. Right? We report what has already been said. So we sometimes need to change the we sometimes need to change the pronouns and verb tenses. How? I am going to discuss that at length today. Elaborately आज उसको हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे, तभी हम लोग सीख पाएंगे. We sometimes, जैसे कि यहाँ पे एक एग्जाम्पल दिया है, I am going home. Helen said that I am going home. So when we put it into indirect sentence, what do we write? We write, Helen said she was going home. Always keep one thing in mind, my dear participants. Indirect speech is always in the past tense. Why? Because we are narrating something, we are saying something which has already happened. We are saying something which has already happened. Am I clear to all of you? Right? Okay. Now, punctuating direct speech, where punctuation means comma, full stop, then all these things, right? Punctuation means all these things. Comma, full stop, semicolon, hyphen, so on and so forth. When using direct speech in your writing, you need to use correct punctuation. Of course, whenever we are writing anything, a correct punctuation is very important. I'll tell you how punctuation is important and how punctuation can actually change the entire meaning of sentences, right? The exact word spoken must be enclosed in speech marks. So what do we mean by speech marks? Speech marks means quote unquote within inverted commas. That is a speech marks. The first word of the speech must begin with a capital letter. So We all know it. Say, for example, I'll write something for you, it will be easier for you to understand. Suppose I write, say I write, Helen said, what are you doing? So it is not only. Can you see the sentence that I have written? Okay, it is not only. It is not only that particular word is starting with a capital letter, but also the sentence within the inverted comma is also will also start with a capital letter, right? The words in the speech marks must be separated from the rest of the sentence by comma. जैसे कि यहाँ पे हेलेन सेड के बाद मैंने एक कॉमा दिया है. This is also very very important. This is also very very important. Helen said, comma, whatever, whosoever, comma देके उसके बाद we will start the inverted speech mark. Okay, that is again important thing. You must use a new line when a new speaker begins to speak. So अगर Helen said, what are you doing? Then I say, Ravi replied, I am attending a seminar. Okay, again you see it's a new sentence, so it will start from the new line or maybe the next paragraph. ठीक है? So what are you doing? Ravi replied, I am attending a seminar. तो इसको अगर हम these two sentences, if we want to make it into indirect sentence, how are we going to do it? Some of you please try. Helen said, what are you doing? Ravi replied, I am attending a seminar. इसको narrative में लेके, narration में लेके कैसे हम इसका indirect speech में इसको convert करेंगे? That is a very important thing. Please try. By the time I stop sharing this PPT and I come back to this one. In every speech, punctuation mark will come. Reena Chaudhary, without punctuation mark, we cannot write. Okay? The question you are asking, Namaste Priyanka. Suhavna, you want to say something? Hello? Yeah. Modan Singh, hello. Now to answer Reena's question, ma'am, in which speech punctuation marks are not coming? In everything. Whatever you write, it will have punctuation in it. So both in direct and indirect punctuation marks would always be there, because you cannot end a sentence without a punctuation mark. But in direct speech, we have to be a bit extra cautious. Now, a simple word that I have asked you to do, please do that. Helen said, what are you doing? Ravi replied, I am attending a seminar. इसको please indirect speech में करने की कोशिश कीजिए. Please try to do it in indirect speech. Okay, Devilal. Hi, Devilal. Anuradha. Manisha, hello. Any one of you. Hi, Iftikhar. Please try. Please try. Or you want me to do it for you? You want me to do it for you? Rina, are you trying? Rina, are you trying? Okay, okay, fine. I understand. I do not know what is the problem, because there are some people who actually tries whatever or to whatever extent they can do things. Let me share the screen once again and I'll do it for you. Kanta Kaur, hi Kanta, good evening. So Helen asked Ravi what was he doing. Ravi replied that he was attending a seminar. Helen asked Ravi what was he doing. Ravi replied that he was attending a seminar. Helen asked Ravi what was he doing. No, पूछना हो गया बेटा. Rina, yes, I was waiting for your answer. Thank you so much. Rina said, what I'm doing, I said that I was conducting a live seminar. No. I. Rina asked Ravi. Helen ने किसको पूछा? Helen ने Ravi को पूछा कि क्या कर रहे हो? So Helen asked Ravi, what was he doing? Ravi replied that he was attending a seminar. राइट राजेंद्र बिस्सू, समझ में आया आपको? रीना चौधरी, हैव यू अंडरस्टूड माय डियर गर्ल? Okay, ma'am. Very good. Rajinder, please understand how it is done. Achha, one thing, I keep on giving you tips and suggestions and advice about English. One sentence, ma'am, please repeat again. So in this sentence, it is a very common sentence. We do say 100 times a day, repeat again. No, repeat is always a thing which is again happening. So the word again with repeat is a redundant. Please repeat. Please repeat. That is enough. Am I clear to you? Mamta Vishnoi, good morning, good evening. Yeah, Parav. So, I can always keep this and say this to you later on. But baat pe na bhul jate hai. Abhi dikhai diya, so if I do not prompt you right now, I will forget and you will also forget with me. Okay? So, chote cheez, you can always write repeat again. Nobody will mind, but somebody like me who's a trainer. Okay, Reena, I understand that you are writing, you are typing the answer. Even if I have not met you, some of you, I can understand what you are doing, because that's how you react from your reactions during the session. And that's absolutely fantastic. So, Narendra Kumar Solanki, hello Narendra ji, good evening, very good evening. So this is an example. Now let us get back to again our PPT and we will learn how things are done. Now, using speech in your writing. Using speech in fiction and non-fiction writing adds variety. Fiction means, what is fiction? What is the meaning of fiction? Fiction means something which is say for example, imaginary, fictitious, imaginary. Non-fiction means not imaginary, which is very, very practical, something which has happened. Like newspaper writing is a non-fiction writing, story writing is a fictional writing. Okay. However, writing out long pieces of direct sentences can make your writing confusing. It also it also slows down the action. So this is a very standardized advice and um, tip that I always tell people, that please do write in small sentences. Chota chota likhiye. It is easier to write. It is easier to understand. It is easier to read, and it is more than anything else. It is easier to remember. It is easier to remember. Okay. Reported speech can summarize what the speaker has said so that the action moves along more quickly. Reported speech is useful when you want a contrast between a character says and what he or she is thinking, like Lady Macbeth. Right? Chodo, not necessary. Advantages and disadvantages of each type of speech. Direct speech can show what a character is like. Indirect speech can be summarized briefly so that it doesn't slow down the pace of the action. Long speeches can be boring. Too many speakers can confuse the reader. Direct and indirect speech add variety to writing, and it can show a contrast between what a character is saying or and what he or she is thinking. Right? So these are the advantages and disadvantages of each type of speech. Now you see, in direct speech, we convey the message of the speaker on in his own actual words without any change in person, right? डायरेक्टली हम लोग बता देते हैं, इन्वर्टेड कॉमा में डाल के हम लोग डायरेक्टली उसको बता देते हैं. इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच में क्या होता है? इन इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच वी कन्वे द मैसेज ऑफ द स्पीकर in our own words to somebody else. That is, the first person tells the speech, which is in direct, then the second person narrates it to the third person. मैं बोलती हूँ, आप सुनते हैं और फिर आप उसको जाके बताते हैं अपने फ्रेंड्स को या अपने घर वालों को या किसी और को जिसे आप जानते हैं. So in indirect speech, there are three people at least. In direct speech, there is only one person, only the speaker. In indirect speech, it is the speaker, the listener, and from the listener to the communicatee, जिसको ये indirect speech के बारे में बताया जा रहा है. Am I clear to all of you? Procedure of changing direct speech into indirect speech. Procedure of changing direct speech into indirect speech. Remove comma and inverted commas. वो तो होएगा ही. कैसे I'll again give you an example. Say for example, this sentence. Right. This sentence. Helen said, "What are you doing?" Helen said, "What are you doing?" Right? What did we learn in this one? Just a sec. In the first sentence, remove comma and inverted commas. So what will be the sentence? What would the sentence look like when the punctuation of the sentence, to be more precise, look like when we put it into indirect sentence? When we put it into indirect sentence. Can anybody tell me with the punctuation marks, please? With the punctuation marks. Acha, hello Ravina, hello Manish Kumar, Monica. हाँ वही मैं कर रही हूँ बच्चा. Reena Chaudhary has written, Ma'am, I'm confused in direct and indirect speech. The part I do not understand is how to convert direct into indirect speech. Direct speech, uh, can you give me an example of a direct speech, Reena and Monica? I will, you know, convert it into indirect and I will explain. Please come up with an example of a direct speech. By the time you do it, anyone who can write the sentence, Helen said, what? Yeah, what was the sentence? What are you doing? Helen said, what are you doing? Can anybody change the sentence and write it here? And write it here. By the time you do it, he says, I am going to the market. Right. Okay, Rajinder Bisu has come up with the Rajinder Bisu and Sonu, Monica Vishnoi. Sonu said she will go to the market tomorrow. Right? अभी इसको Helen said, what are you doing? ये तो indirect हो गए, sorry, ये तो direct हो गए. इसको indirect कैसे करेंगे? Reena Chaudhary, you have to do it in indirect sentence. Right. So I take each of the three examples. First, I take Rajinder Vishu's one. Rajinder writes, he says, I am going to the market. I am going to the market. Right? So in this case, what will you write? What will you write when it is an indirect sentence? He said that he was going to the market. So the first thing that we need to keep in mind is it becomes in the past tense. It becomes past tense. It becomes a past tense. He said he was going to the market. उसने कहा था कि वो market जा रहे हैं. Sonu said she will go to the market tomorrow. Sonu said that she would go to the market the next day. Sonu said that she would go to the market the next day. What are you doing? Helen asked, what was I doing? Helen asked, what was I? Am नहीं होगा. Am नहीं होगा. What was I doing? Because it is in past tense. So be verb was is already mentioned in the sentence. Am, I am means now. Okay, so Helen asked, what was I? What was I doing? Helen asked, what was I doing? Am I clear to all of you? Am I clear to all of you? So the first thing, ये सारा punctuation उठ जाएगा, like the inverted commas and all. And the second thing, it will be on past tense. It will be written in past tense. Right? Am I clear to all of you, my dear boys and girls? Helen asked, what was I doing? ना Helen said कैसे होता है? Said तो बोलना है. What are you doing? तो मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ या मैं पूछ रही हूँ आप लोगों से? What are you doing? How are you? How long are you here? What are these? These are asking, पूछना. These are asking, पूछना. So when it is asking, it will be asked. It will be asked. Or we can also write wanted to know. Helen wanted to know what was I doing. Okay. Acha, Reena Chaudhary, what are you writing? Manu said she's going to park. Manu said that she was going to the park. Manu said that she was going to the park, comma, then. जब मैंने उसको पूछा था, पूरा दिन तो मनु पार्क में नहीं जा सकती है ना, so she was going to the park then. ठीक है? Reena, are you clear, my dear girl? Please clarify. Please get clarified. Otherwise, you might have to, start up again. Okay, very good. Very good. Chalo. Shall I move on to my PPT with your concern? Okay. Change the first letter of the reported speech into small letter except for I. Change the pronoun of the direct speech according to the rules. Change the tense and the direct speech appropriately according to the rules. The rules are in the next slide. Change the words expressing nearness in time or place of the direct speech into its appropriate words expressing distance. Now here, the past tense, this is very, I understand, is it visible to you all? I think now it is. So, in present tense, in the direct speech are changed into past tense. If the reporting or principal verb is in past tense, do not change the tense of reported speech in indirect speech sentence. Direct speech, the words within the quotation marks talk of a universal truth and habitual action. The reporting verb is in a present tense. The reporting verb is always in a present tense. Okay, now, ये सब पढ़ के we will understand things, but we will learn things when we will learn things when there is a change, when there is a lot of practice. The pronouns of direct speech are changed where necessary, according to their relation with the reporter and his hearer, rather than with the original speaker. If we change direct speech into indirect speech, the pronouns will change in the following ways. The first person of the reported speech according to the subject of the reported speech. For example, she says, I'm in 10th class. In direct speech, she says, I'm in 10th class. No. What would be the indirect speech? What would be the indirect speech? यहाँ पे हम लोग क्या लिखेंगे? What will we write here? She said that she is in that she is in class. Now can you see the difference between direct and indirect? She says, I'm in 10th class. She said that she's in 10th class, right? She says to them, have you completed your job? He tells them that they have completed their job. She says she's in 10th class. She says that she's in 10th class. Okay? So this is how we will change, but we will now be discussing about a lot of examples from which we will learn more how to go about the reported speech. In your writing, use mainly reported speech. Use direct speech only to emphasize the main points your characters make. Don't bore or confuse your readers by writing out long conversations between your characters. Direct speech should be used sparingly. It is more effective when only the most forceful statements are put into direct speech. So the sum of the matter is that you all only have to write. You only have to write in indirect speech. You only have to. Yes, yes, Monica. Rina, Monica, both of you are correct. Both of you are correct, right? So this is something we need to keep in mind when we are dealing with direct and indirect speech. And this is one exercise, my dear boys and girls. I do not know much of your backgrounds, but let me tell you one thing, that till you write your write examinations to get jobs and all, the various government examination, UPSC, PSC, etc., etc., you will have to come across, deal with this kind of an activity. You will have to deal with this kind of an activity, right? So in that case, the more you learn about it, the fast you learn about it, it is better for you. It is better for you. Am I clear to all of you? Am I clear to all of you? Please tell me. I am here to explain it again and again and again if you are not clear about what I have said so far. She said that she may go to the shopping tomorrow. Ma'am, what is she may go to say that this is indirect speech. Yes, Reena Chaudhary, this is indirect speech. But why did you give so many inverted commas? The inverted commas are incorrect. Take you don't need to give them. So she said that she may go for shopping. You don't go to shopping, you go for shopping. You go to a store, to a shop, right? So she may go for shopping tomorrow. She said that she may go for shopping tomorrow. That is fine. लेकिन ये सारा जो आपका इन्वर्टेड कॉमा है, या जो ऐसे ही आपने जो कॉमा दिया है, that is गलत. That is incorrect. That is incorrect. Monica is saying, ma'am, please tell reported speech again. Reported speech is something where we as a second person are narrating something. You tell me something and then I'm narrating it to someone else. आपने मुझे कुछ कहा और मैं उसको किसी और को नैरेट कर रही हूं. That is reported speech. यानी रिपोर्ट करना. रिपोर्ट करना. We are a reporter. We are reporters. Right? किसी ने मुझसे कुछ कहा, एसकेडी यूनिवर्सिटी वालों ने मुझे कहा कि मैम आप बताइए कि they will have certificates. They will get certificates. So they are reporting to whom? To me. I am the communicatee. And when I am telling what they say to me, to you all, that becomes reporting speech. Right? SKD University has confirmed that they will give certificates of participation to all the students. So that is reported speech. When I am saying something as a first person, right, it is not a reported speech. It is direct speech. It is direct speech. समझ में आया? Did you understand? Ma'am, we change tomorrow to next day in which speech? We change tomorrow to next day in indirect speech. But But keep one thing in mind. Suppose today I heard something. Today, say Rajinder Bisu told me I will go to the market tomorrow. So, and then Reena Chaudhary asked me, ki, ma'am, what did Rajinder say to you? So I will say Rajinder told me that he will go to the market tomorrow, because tomorrow remains tomorrow from when I am during the time when I am speaking. लेकिन अगर मैं कल या परसों इस विषय में बात करूं कि मैम उस दिन राजेंद्र ने आपको क्या कहा था, सो आई विल से राजेंद्र सेड दैट ही मे गो टू द मार्केट द नेक्स्ट डे. You understand the difference, Monica Vishnoi? Do you understand the difference, my dear girl? ऑब्जेक्ट ना हो तो सेड नहीं होता क्या मैम? समझ में नहीं आया क्वेश्चन बेटा, आप इसको प्लीज डू राइट अ सेंटेंस एंड आस्क मी. Anita, please do put it in a sentence and ask me. I will be in a better position to help you. Right? Say, for example, Rama said, comma, Rama said, comma, single inverted comma starts, run Arjun run. Run Arjun run. Full stop, inverted comma, closed. What will we write there? Do I write it in a Word doc? Will it be easier for you? I do not know Monica what she is saying, so let her say so. आप हिंदी में भी मुझे पूछ सकते हैं. No, no, no. Rama said that run Arjun run is incorrect, my dear boy. Rama said that run Arjun run is incorrect. What would be the correct one? Okay. Am I clear to all of you? Am I clear to all of you? उत्साह देना, उत्साह देना. Rama said, run Arjun run. So you can do it, something like that. So Rama encouraged Arjun to run. Okay, another one, let me write. Okay. Okay. Am I clear to all of you? So, so let me tell you a few more interesting things about direct and indirect sentences. So, when you are asking, yes, Rama told Arjun to run. Rama told Arjun to run is also correct. Also correct. Yes, I said to him that I don't believe him. Great, that is fine. Now, there are certain areas where you are asking a question like, what are you doing? So, in that case, it will be asked. So, ma'am asked us, what did we do yesterday during the class? I ask you, suppose I ask you, since I wasn't in the session yesterday, I didn't take the session yesterday, what did you all do? आप लोग क्या किए? So when you have to make it indirect, so what will you say? You say, ma'am asked us, what did we do yesterday when she was not taking the class? So जब questions पूछते हैं तब क्या होता है? तब वहां पे asked होता है, right? जब जब रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं, कमांड देते हैं, go and get me a glass of water, right? Requested, ordered, right? Will you give me a glass of water please? So requested. जब please word use होगा तब indirect में हो जाएगा requested. Go and stand in front of the class holding your ears. Then it will become ordered. Order दे रहे हैं, right? Then it will become ordered. Oh my God, I'm so happy for you. Then it becomes exclamation. So, what do we write? We write, he exclaimed and said that he was very happy for us. Right? He exclaimed and said that he or she is very happy for us. Close the door. Can be a request, can be an order. Right? So close the door. He asked me to close the door. ऐसे बोल सकते भाई जा रहे हो दरवाजा बंद करते हुए जाओ, right? So he asked me to close the door. He requested me to close the door. He ordered me to close the door. Depending upon a lot of things, the other words used such as please, will you, all these, we understand what kind of a sentence or what kind of a tone does the sentence has. And in that sense, we need to understand, from that sense, we need to understand what are we going to write. Am I clear? समझ में आ रहा है? Please give some money. Give नहीं. Please give some money. Yes. So, say for example, Simu requested to give her some money. Simu requested to give her some money. So I said, Ravi said, comma, please give us some money. Please give me some money. So I said, Ravi requested me to give him some money. और उसको और एक तरह से लिख सकते हैं क्या? Ravi seeked some money from me. Ravi seeked some money from me. S-E-E-K-E-D. Seek some money from me. Okay, Monica, very, very happy that you have understood. Rajinder, Reena, thank you. Thank you for at least giving me the vibe that you are listening and you're understanding. And somewhere down the line, it is helping you. Simu, did you understand? Okay, thank you. Ramat Punia, hi, you are quite late, my dear. We are almost at the end of the session, but whatever. Okay, so wishes. He said, good, happy birthday. मैंने आपको टेक्स्ट किया, किसी का बर्थडे है तो मैंने उनको टेक्स्ट किया हैप्पी बर्थडे. सो आप क्लास पे जाके बोलोगे मैम विश्ड मी हैप्पी बर्थडे in my text message, through a text message or with a text message. Okay, Kavita, thank you for responding. Right? So, depending upon the situation, it is very, very important that how do we actually uh, change the direct speech to the indirect speech. Okay, so Monica Vishnoi ने बाई मैम भी बोल दिया, उसको समझना समझ में गई और वो चली भी जा रही है. ओके ओके, वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. ओके, so tomorrow I will try to do a session on reading skills and listening skills practically. Am I clear to all of you? कल मैं कोशिश करूंगी, because in a virtual class it is a bit difficult, but still I will try to play something for you from where you can understand, you get a kind of an exposure to different kinds of accent and how people speak, and what do we understand from that, right? So this is it for my session. But one thing I would like to tell you, I do not know how far you people are practicing, how far you people are taking the initiative to expose yourself to more and more and more of English. By is not the right term. By is the right spelling, my dear. So please do expose yourself to lot of English activities, English reading, English listening. मैंने उस दिन कहा था आप लोगों से कि आपका जो फेवरेट गाना हो उसको आप हिंदी में इंग्लिश में ट्रांसलेट कीजिए, देखिएगा कि ये it's a fun exercise. At the same time, it helps you to come across, to think of so many different kinds of new words that will come to your mind. Okay, so tomorrow I will try to do things which are kind of reading and listening. Ma'am, my English is not good. Please help me. Yes, I'm here to help you out, Simo. I'm here to help you out. That's why SKD University has taken up this immensely, commendable initiative to teach English free of cost to whosoever wants to learn the language. So please do keep texting me here in the comment section so that I can understand your problem area, and then I can take up those areas in my sessions, and in the process try to help you. But this is again a matter of practice, understanding, and getting accustomed with the language, right? I will try to do as much as I can in this virtual medium of the Facebook Live page of SKD University. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Till then, you take good care of yourself. Do inform your friends and family members, cousins, brothers, sisters, everyone to attend the class, because if you have a group, you will also have a group to practice with, right? Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.